Hello everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps and a very exciting announcement for a product that I have been working on for 2+ years. For years, I have received requests to create an essential oil soap line that is both palm-free and almond oil-free. So I set to work on this very special group of soaps in 2020. I actually started formulating in 2019, but I thought I would be ready to launch in August of 2020, and for reasons probably readily apparent to you guys, that just didn't happen. And as I was going through the formulation process, I thought I got my soap recipe down and my ingredients down, and I made test batches, and I thought I was headed in the right direction when I really felt a halt. I wanted this line of soaps to be simple, hence the name Simplicity. However, with my first round of formulations, I had a lot of different oils, a lot of different butters, all of which were really nice and luxurious, but I felt weren't truly authentic to the word simplicity. It felt like my bar properties such as lather and bubbliness weren't being aided by all of the extra ingredients. And so I simplified and we went back to square one in around November of 2020. And then I started the formulation process all over again. I went through 50 different recipes and I really scaled back on the amount of oils that I was using. I wanted every single oil I used to be multi-purpose and to create a bar that would last you guys a really long time in the shower, but wouldn't skimp on the gentle quality of the bar itself. So after going back to the drawing board and going through countless revisions, who even knows how many, I finally landed on our simplicity recipe. I was able to experiment with how big I wanted the bar and how tall I wanted the bar and how I wanted to package the bar. And for this collection, it was very important to me to have a recyclable packaging, a plastic-free packaging. And so we had to get a box design. We had to go through countless revisions of that and work with different printers. It was just a really big, long process. It has easily been the most complicated process for a product I have ever done because we were so picky, and I do not regret how long it took. I turned down 2 major opportunities to work on this project because I felt this is what was going to serve you guys best. This is what you guys asked to see. And besides that, it's at a price point that's even more affordable. So I got all 3 things that I wanted. I wanted a simple recipe. I wanted everything to be fragranced with essential oils. I wanted the box to be recyclable, and I also wanted these bars to be less expensive for you guys. I know everything is increasing with inflation right now, and it was very important to me that this particular line of soaps be less expensive than all of our other soaps. So I hit all of my major goals with it. We're just releasing it 2 years later than I thought we were going to, and I don't mind because I would rather get something right the first time than to have to continue to alter and offer you guys a product up front that I didn't feel was finished. So that is the story of Simplicity. It was a melding of what a lot of my customers and viewers have asked for over the years, plus my own creative desires and interpretation. It's the culmination of just so many wonderful things. So I thank you for listening to me talk here at the intro. I know this was a little longer than usual, but I just wanted to share the story, share my heart with you, and now let's make one of the types of soap in the Simplicity line, and that is lavender cream. So without further ado, let's make some soap. I have here my Simplicity oils. These are not the oils I typically use. You can probably see they're a slightly more amber color and less of a golden color, and that's because there are only 4 different oils in here. We have olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, and cocoa butter. So no palm oil, and no sweet almond oil. With my 10 years of soap making, those are the 2 oils the most highly requested to remove, and so they are not on the ingredient list for any of our Simplicity soaps. And while typically the first thing I would do would be to blend my lye water solution into my oils, Simplicity is a little bit different. We have some other things to blend first. First, we have our essential oil blend. I am using two different types of lavender. One of them is Bulgarian lavender, and this is my preferred lavender to work with because it's very herbaceous. It's very full-bodied. It doesn't have sort of that sickly sweet floral lavender smell to it. It smells really earthy. It's very grounding. And then into that, we are blending our kaolin clay. So I'm just gonna put that right in, and that kaolin is gonna start soaking up those essential oils, and it is gonna make it smell stronger in the final product. And kaolin sort of adds a slippery, glidey feel to the bar. It's very nice. Now here in this bowl, I have some coconut milk. It is so creamy. It is so luxurious. Both coconut milk and goat milk are some of the only additives to a soap that I think really make a very tangible feel to a finished bar. Coconut milk even more so than goat milk. Now, if you're gonna ask me as to the scientific breakdown into all of that, I'm sure there are multiple reasons, including the sugar content of these milks, but I just find coconut milk makes the most creamy, luxurious soap. I'm also going to add into here some sodium lactate. This is a natural ingredient, and it's used to help firm up our bars a little bit. All right, and now we can bring our oils back up onto the table. And I'm going to go ahead and add my coconut milk and all my other additive goodies straight into my oils. And then while I am blending this using my stick blender, I'm going to add my lye water solution. Now I'm going to keep this moving because I don't want my milk in here to scorch with the lye water solution. And now that I have this beautiful creamy emulsion, it's time to pour off our accent color. And then for my accent color, I am adding some Brazilian purple clay. I'm gonna mix that right in. All right, and now that everything is blended up, I'm going to pour my purple into my container here. Very ploppy, very drippy. I am gonna leave some in the container so that I can flop it on the top and swirl it all up. And we will pour into our large slab mold, making sure that every single bar gets some of the purple. It smells so good. And let me tell you, coconut milk soaps have their own like special smell. I don't know what it is about it. Again, it smells so clean and delicious. I'm gonna scrapey out my big container, get all of this into my mold. Now I can put that purple on top. I know it doesn't look quite as purple now, but it'll look a little more purple tomorrow. Just all over the place so that I can swirl it on up. All right, and now using a chopstick, I can start swirling around. I'm just gonna start going all over the place to make sure that every single bar has some really thick swirls. And I am putting my chopstick kind of on an angle, so it's whipping some of the swirls up so we get some of that really good texture on there. Beautiful, and now we can add our lavender buds. Just gonna take some lavender buds and gently put them all across the top. The soap is still quite wet, so these are going to stick just fine. Make sure I get those corners real good because some of these will fall off tomorrow when we go to cut it. And just in case, just gonna take the back of my spoon here. This is a lot more runny, so I'm having to be a little bit more careful. Oops, I kind of dabbed it a little too hard that time. And now I will spritz the top with some rubbing alcohol, and we will put our beautiful Simplicity soap to bed for 24 hours. So let me zoom you in so you can see the top. It looks super scrumptious, kind of has a bit of a translucent look right now, but it will brighten up tomorrow. You guys will see. And then we will split this into 6 different loaves. That's right. These are a little bit smaller and a little bit taller and a little bit thicker, so easier to hold in your hand. So here are our soap loaves the next day. You can see it's looking a lot more purple. And I'm going to line it up with our new cutter. We haven't named this cutter, so feel free to leave some suggestions in the comment section below. And as you can probably tell, these bars are thicker, as I said yesterday. So here is a normal frosted high top soap. And then here is one of the simplicity bars. So you can see the difference. This soap is 1 inch thick, and then this soap is 1.25 inches or 1 1/4 thick. And you can also see that it is a lot lighter the next day. Now, certain batches are a little darker than others. Obviously, we're using natural materials, and so they vary a little bit batch per batch. Some of the soaps look a little more white, and some of them look a little more translucent. It just kind of varies a little bit, but they all have this beautiful purple swirl on the inside with the lavender buds on top. Let's go ahead and cut another one just for fun. What do I do with these end pieces? Well, I'll tell you, I donate them to Eco Soap Bank, a 501c3 that both employs women and helps children all around the world. They recycle soap scraps and end pieces and hotel soap bars. And so that is where all of our little scrappy pieces like this go to. And if you are a soap maker and you would like to donate to Eco Soap Bank, you can go to ecosoapbank.org/royalty-soaps and they will get you all set up. And of course, your donation is tax deductible for your business. It's an incredible way to help others and also make sure that you don't have any of your soap going to waste. So I just showed you making the lavender cream soap. This is another one that I have made. And this one we textured the top on, and this is how all the ones in the shop are going to be. We decided to go with something a little different than the swirl. That way the soap grips all of these lavender buds and more of them stay on the product. But of course I have more soaps in the collection besides lavender cream, including Detox. This is made with activated charcoal and tea tree oil. Minted, this is made with 2 different types of mint, peppermint and spearmint. It also has organic mint leaves in it. It's very refreshing. Rose clay and pink sea salt. It obviously has rose clay in it and pink sea salt on top. It also has an essential oil blend that includes ylang-ylang. So this is our floral for the collection. We have Citrus Plus Carrots, and this has 5 fragrance oils in it, 4 of which are citrus fragrance oils, and it is colored here ever so slightly with carrot juice. So this one is on the lighter side of fragrances. I wanted to make sure that I had something available for people with fragrance sensitivity. And then finally, we have the Blameless Bar. So the Blameless Bar is unscented, no essential oils, no extra colorants or botanical additives. The only thing in here is the kaolin clay and the coconut milk. So if you don't want any natural additives, if you don't want any fragrance, this is your go-to bar. It still smells amazing. That cocoa butter is tangible in the finished bar. It's really, really hard. It'll last you forever. It smells great. but it does have all those extra things in it. Mented and Detox are the most fragrant of the bars, but they're not overpowering, just really fragrant. And so here is our entire Simplicity lineup. This is what all the little bars look like, all cut up and cured. These will be launching on August 6th with the Night at the Stadium collection, but unlike the Night at the Stadium, they are not limited edition. These are going to be permanent staples in our shop from now on, just like our body lotions, perfume oils, shampoo and conditioner bars, soy candles, etc. The final thing I wanted to show you guys are the boxes. Look how cohesive they go together. This was hours. Hours of work to make sure that every single soap combination looked so good. All of everything is really easy to read. One of my pet peeves in product packaging is hard to read text. Gosh, that makes me so mad when I can't read anything. So everything is super, super easy to read in a font that is really simple. And I really wanted to make sure that it also had kind of a collectible feel to it by adding things on the side and making it look like kind of like little books. That was my inspiration. And then of course like this, everybody matches. Okay, this is literally like one of my favorite things ever. I'm just so pleased. And then of course you can probably see here, there's a cutout on each one of the bars so that you can smell it and so that the soap can breathe and be exposed to the air so it can continue to cure in the packaging. How cool is that? I can't. I'm so happy. It's just, and the smell, it's so nice without being overpowering. And I'm so excited to finally offer something for people who are sensitive to fragrance oils and people who are sensitive to fragrance in general. That's who the Blameless bar is for. People that are trying to simplify their own life and us trying to offer that with simple ingredients. Like, I'm so excited. So this entire product collection is going to be launching with our Night at the Stadium collection. So it's all going to be available at the same time, the first Saturday of August 2022, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't worry, you will not be able to miss it. These will be on the home page, like really, really easy for you guys to find. And one more time, they're going to be available every single release. We're going to continue to make these as a standard product. They're going to be there forever. So enjoy. I'm just so excited. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that wherever you are, you're doing well. Be sure you do something fun for yourself today, whether that is dreaming super big and writing down your big idea on a piece of paper, or celebrating with friends and family an accomplishment that you are really proud of. Big or little. Listen, here at Royalty Soaps and in my family, we celebrate tons of things, like not just birthdays. Anytime we can find an excuse to celebrate something, we will. Like, I remember us celebrating the first time that my brother Elisha finished his first knife. He makes knives, for those of y'all who don't know. He's still like in the learning process of everything, but we had a celebration for that because it's a huge accomplishment to go from the whole learning stage to actually ending up with a final product. Be that an embroidered hoop or something maybe that you've worked on the computer. Maybe you've made your first digital illustration. Celebrate that. It's important that you do so. You should be proud of yourself. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please leave us a comment down below if you have any questions about any of the products. We'll try to answer you as fast as we can. Caroline is always, she's on it. And I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, bye for now. Royalty Soaps in a box. A box. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.